What's up, YouTube? This your boy K Daniel, aka Big D. And today, got a moped scooter coming on the way, and I'm really excited for it. So here is some video of when the bike showed up and stuff went wrong. Because the guy that showed up did not help me. The story is he was pretty much like, it's not my problem, I can't help you carry this, blah blah blah. Yeah, it was a mess and it did not go as planned. So here is what went down as my security system caught it. Alright, so here is the scooter. As you can see, it was a fucking bitch trying to get it inside. This sucker weighs, I believe, like 216 pounds. And the guy was so rude. First off, I had the traffic out here. And then second, the guy said that I'm not gonna help you lift it, that's not my problem, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? He was gonna put it out in the parking lot, and I was like, no, bring it down on the side of the house at least. That gives me better chance of trying to manhandle this thing. So I literally, that's exactly what I had to do. I had to manhandle this all by myself, get it in here. So I'm pretty pissed about that, and I hope me doing that didn't break anything, because I pretty much just had to roll it. Ridiculous. That driver was not very nice, and I'm gonna report him in, because the first guy that delivered the pit bike was very nice, very friendly, he helped me lift. This guy said fuck it and didn't even help me. So I'm hoping nothing's broke. So I just got done. Oh, by the way, my knife is fucked. It is dull as a motherfucker, because if you've seen out there, I was using my knife as a saw, because he had where it was metal wrapped around the wood pallet, and I was just using my knife literally like this, like a saw, just trying to cut it open, and it fucked up my knife in the process. But I messaged the people that I bought this from of what I can do of getting this driver reported, because he was straight up rude, and that was just uncalled for. I did nothing to the guy. You know, that was just straight uncalled for. So I got a hold of the dealership, and they apologized for the inconvenience, and they just went ahead and sent me $50 as a bonus, and apologized for the inconvenience of the driver. So with that said, I'm gonna get this guy unboxed and try to get it out of here and put together. if you guys want to see the unboxing when I unboxed this guy right here, the X Pro K3 125, link in the description if you guys want to see a video of me unboxing that and putting it together. I will leave the link in the description. Alright, so this is the X Pro Bali, or Bali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is another X Pro product, same as that bike. That's an X Pro. And as you can see right here, considered heavy, considered 2-person lift, and I lifted this sucker by myself because of how rude that driver was. But anyway, I have it in here and hope that it's in good shape, because it says handle with care and it's very fragile. Yeah, I with it because I had to manhandle it outside, so it got banged up. And then I don't even know what the condition is, since this bike came from California, by the way. This bike came shipped from California all the way to Maryland, and I don't know the condition this bike might be in. Now, the dirt bike over here, it came from Texas, so it wasn't too far from me. This only took a week to get here. This took 2 weeks to get here. So let's open this sucker up and see what we're dealing with. So this is what it's looking like inside, and yeah, this bike looks huge. Like I said, 216 pounds, I believe, or 220, something like that. This bike over here was only 154. So this one's a little more heavier and bigger. No wonder I struggled a little bit. But yeah, this is how they got it packaged in here. So let's just hope everything's okay. Actually, right here it says it weighs 278 pounds. I just 278 pounds all by myself, and I was struggling with it. This sucker was no joke. It was heavy. That's why you see me out there rolling it the way I did. There was no way in hell I was picking this all by myself, but it still took a lot of lifting with my legs. I lifted with my legs. Don't lift with your back. You can fuck your back up that way. But I lifted with my legs, and I was struggling trying to do that. And I got some pretty beefy thighs, because I like to run a lot and ride bicycles. 278 pounds. Wow. And right here is a better look of it. Inside the metal crating. This is a 150cc X Pro Bali, or Bali. But yeah, we'll get a better look as I get it out of here. So right here is, this is like the back rack to it. As you can see, it goes like right there and sets like that. So yeah, that's the back rack to it. Alright, so I pretty much got like the crate, pretty much. Now I just gotta pick this bike up and just get it off of the bottom of this crate, which you see there's like cardboard down here. And we'll go from there. The front wheel is right there. Yeah. So the plan is to try to get, I don't know how, but try to get this 278 pound bike on this chair. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I need the bike propped up so I can at least get the front wheel on. That's good enough right there. As you see, I have it up enough where I can at least put the front wheel on. Gotta get this stuff off first, so let me get all this plastic off of it. Okay, they even got, okay, cool. They got plastic wrap guarding the lights. Now this bike right here had bad reviews, which, I mean, I'm hoping I get the good deal out of it, because I do want to make this bike street legal, and I want this to make my ride for transportation. So hopefully this bike works great for me, and I don't know, we'll just have to see. All right, let's see here. Ooh, okay, it's very shiny. Very shiny. Ooh, look at that shine on it. It's got a nice glossy red to it, which this is the color I picked. Alright, we gotta get this off of it. Oh, it's kind of taped down here as well. I gotta cut that off. So my first reaction of the collar, looking really nice. Really nice on the eyes. It's like that real nice glossy red. Alright, we got that tape cut off. Alright. You can hear my neighbors upstairs vacuuming. Alright, so as you see right here are all the electrical components. That's what controls the lights. Okay. And then we got more electrical stuff in the bike, which I've heard this bike, you know, people had issues with electrical issues, so, you know, I'll make sure I go through all this to make sure everything is all plugged in and hooked up right. So this I'm gonna set to the side for now, so that way it's not in the way. Then if you look right here, you got, which is, you know, the high beam and the steering wheel. Well, handlebars. It's got like that new car smell, you know, like that smell like you get a brand new car, and I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but it's like a good smell. It's got that new smell. All right, take that off. Oh, right there's the set of keys. So that's what the key's looking like. Nice. Okay, and I got a spare one. So, you know, one for me and one for the wife when she gets her license as well. And speaking of license, I never owned license before. I never even tried to get licensed, so I'm definitely gonna put my mind to it and get my license to get this bike street legal and just be legal. This is gonna be my very first street legal bike ever. Actually, my very first street legal vehicle in general. I've always rode bicycles and stuff like that to get around. So this will be my first street legal bike and vehicle altogether. So I'm very proud and blessed to have this, and I gotta put the next step of getting my license, getting insurance for it, and get it, all that to get on the road. Which I believe there's 4 steps to get this bike street legal. You gotta make sure you have the bill of sale and title, which that I do. That came in the mail. Matter of fact, yesterday that came in the mail. So I have the papers stating the bill of sale, my proof of buying and purchase, and after that you got to get your insurance. You got to get insurance for this, and then you got to go to your local DMV or MVA, whatever, and get a title for it, which they will give you. I think it's like a sticker type, it's like a sticker license plate for it. And you gotta have your moped permit to drive this. So it's just 4 steps, 4 steps that I know I can do. And yeah, I'm blessed. Blessed, truly blessed. I just got to make it happen now. Anyway, back to the bike. We got to get this up on here. As you can see right there, warning. There's like a warning label. But I was told that everything is in the seat. Oh, that is a really nice seat grip. Okay. Oh, and another thing, this bike cost me $1,300. That is not a bad deal for a 150cc scooter. And then that one over there was $1,000. So, but in general, before like taxes and shipping and all that, dirt bike was only $700 and the scooter was only $900. But with all the taxes and shipping, they charge you like $300 more for shipping, which is crazy. But that's still not a bad deal to have something delivered, these two delivered to you. It's crazy. Alright, so we're taking this off. This seat looks really comfy. Oh yeah, it looks really comfy. It's got some nice cushion. We just got to, I gotta find where to lift the seat up, because they said the tools, the rest of the stuff is inside the compartment where you store stuff, the storage compartment, which is underneath the seat. Where is it? You know what? I just figured it out. So if you see right here where it says lock or open, you see that? If I pull this all the way to the left, you just heard it opened. Yep. So that's how you open it. You gotta have that key to be able to open the storage compartment. All right, let's make sure that does not get scratched up. So everything else is in here. Right here is where you're going to put your gas. Comes with owner's manual. Bolts. And I'm assuming this is, yeah. So that is for down here for your foot. Oh, that's a nice touch though. Wow, you get a really good looking bike for $1,300. Wow. Okay, and then the motor should be underneath here. Yep, so right here is the motor. So yeah, okay. Making some progress. Making some progress. Looking through the owner's manual, and look at this. That one looks like almost like a motorcycle Grom, like the Honda Grom in a way. But these are like the different models you can get. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so opening up the little box that was in here. And it comes with like the mirrors. Nice. I think it's just the mirrors, I believe. Yeah, it's just your mirrors. Okay. Believe it or not, this is not my first moped scooter. This would actually be my second scooter, gasoline scooter I've ever owned. The first moped I had was, I can't remember what brand it was, but I'm pretty sure it was a Chinese make too, as well as this. This is Chinese make. But it was a yellow, bright yellow 50cc moped scooter. And yeah, that thing had some issues. Bought it off some guy. Actually, I traded my blaster, my Yamaha blaster. It's looking really nice for it off some guy off the Facebook market. And the bike didn't currently run, but my brother fixed it all up and had it running and all that. But it had some issues. It was 2-stroke, where this one is 4-stroke. But it was a 2-stroke bike, and I believe I only got like, I don't know, 30 25 miles per hour out of it. But it had some issues. Now this bike definitely gonna be cruising on this one, because going from a 50cc to a 150cc, big difference. This is gonna have a lot more power, and the fact it's 4-stroke, I can be able to climb up hills, not having to worry if I'm gonna make it up the hill like I did the 50cc. But anyway, here I'll try to find some videos of that bike. So here was what that bike looked like. And at the time, my girlfriend, aka my wife now, I traded one of my gasoline bicycles for a Tao Tao moped scooter for her. So here's what hers looked like, which I think it was boarded 100cc. But this thing got around pretty good. It ran a lot more better than what my yellow one did. This goes right in there. Alright, so the bolt is in there. Now we just turn it. You gotta get this little guy up in there. Just finger tight that. Okay. Now, go get my drill. Alright, and then we screw this on. Now, it's not gonna screw on because I gotta hold my finger back there, so I need to put the camera down and do this off camera. Actually, I just discovered something cool, so I figured out what this is on the key. And if you put this sucker in there, like you see that right there? Okay, you put that in there. Opens that up. And if you want it closed, you push this in, Now you can't put your key in there. So now you need the back of that to open that hole. That's pretty fucking cool right there. And then these are what the switches are looking like. So I believe that is the starter. And then right here is, I believe, probably the control of the high and low beams. The control of low and high beams. This is probably control of something else. I'm not sure. And then turn signals. And then your horn. And yeah, this got a plastic wrap, which I'll leave that on there for now. But wow. So this is reading in kilometers. Okay. Overall, it's looking real good. And then this symbol right here, this looks like, you know, you can store a little bit of things in there if you want. So you got a little bit of storage compartment in here as well. But I like the look of this. If you know what this looks like, this reminds me of the Duke Nukem symbol.
Piece of cake. Who wants some?
You know, the video game Duke Nukem, that straight up reminds me of that, the symbol. It's like a nuke symbol. Alright, so now I'm gonna get this front wheel now, which I can take that right out of it. That's just like a little cover, keeps it nice and open so that the disc can go in there. So I believe this is a 10-inch wheel. Yeah, I believe it's 10-inch. And the disc has to be where? On the right side. And this is what underneath of it's looking like. That's what the shocks are looking like. So I unscrewed these two screws, which the battery should be right underneath. Right there is the battery. Oh, it's even all wrapped up too. Okay, so right there's the battery, everything. Okay. And if the battery all else fails, like just say something happens to the battery, this bike does have a kickstart where you can kickstart it as well if the battery doesn't work. Then you got your kickstand. And then if you go right here, you have the stand that holds the bike up so you can kickstart the bike. So far, this is what the bike's looking like. I got all the screws in there holding the faceplate. And yeah, this is what the bike's looking like so far. Almost there. I just want to go over throughout the whole bike, make sure all the screws are screwed in, make sure, you know, there's nothing missing, wires are all plugged in right. And all the, you know, small things. So I pulled the battery out. This is what the battery is looking like. It is 12 volt, 6 amps. Okay. Heck yeah. And I do have a charger. Like, the bike charges the battery as you're driving. But say if this is too dead and I can't start it, I can always rely on the kickstart. Or if all else fails, I have a battery charger for this. But as I'm driving, it charges the battery, you know, just like a car would. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this brand new battery. And don't lose the screws that comes with it. Thank you. But that holds the wires into this. Should go right down in there like that. And then we wire it up, red to red, black to black. Okay. All right, that's in there. Just snug. Right, so want to make sure everything's all plugged in, which the lights are plugged in. Right here is the main power. So plug that right in and boom, headlights are on. That's what we're seeing. Okay, so that switch just controls the dashboard. Like whether if I want the dashboard light on or not. Okay. So if you see high beams, low beams. Okay, everything's working. Blinkers. Everything's working. Okay. If I hit the brake. There's the back brake. All right. So that means we got a good battery and everything's plugged up the way it needs to be. Okay. I'm going to take it out and start it right up and let it warm up. That way get the oil all nice and lubricant. And it is currently 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's pretty late. I do want to hear this run and yeah. So let's go do that real quick. Alright, so the bike is on. Alright. Doesn't even say there's gas in there. But I didn't put a whole lot. Just enough for it to start. But this bike probably holds like, probably like 2 gallons. Alright, so I gotta pull in the brake and then hit the starter. Alright, so as you can see, it's running. So let that idle. So yeah, it's very quiet, which that's something you want in a bike like this. So yeah, let that warm up, probably like 5 minutes, and yeah. Alright, so motor oil is drained. Now I'm going to put some fresh new oil in it. Alright, so the first run on this. And oh my god, it pulls. Holy shit. 0 to 60, it's probably like 4.5 seconds. I don't want to get on it, but I'm already doing like, yeah. I don't want to get on it because I'm still breaking it in. But this bike fucking pulls. This my 50cc had. This thing fucking hauls. Here, like, get it up on this hill. Yeah, and it's fucking cruising. Holy shit. Holy shit. So guys, and it's super quiet. You can barely hear it. Alright, so I'm gonna kick on my high beams. There, now I got my high beams on so I can see. This thing does 100 miles to a gallon. Like, that is crazy. This is like probably the best, cheapest way of getting something street legal. So once I get this bike street legal, I can literally travel 100 miles on 1 tank of gas. That is nuts. And then the power it has. Look at the power. Now, I'm not giving it everything it has, but that's still something. That is something. So $1,300, definitely worth it. $1,300 to get a street legal bike, and then probably like $50 on top of that to get it like my permit and all that. And then I have a road legal scooter, and probably the best, cheapest, gas efficient street legal bike ever. So, you know, like I said, it's a 150cc, a lot more power than a 50cc. But, whoa, what? Oh, freaking possum. Okay. Well, anyway, as I was saying, yeah, this is going to be my first street legal bike and probably my best vehicle, honestly, because these scooters can outdo cars. A lot of people overlook these scooters, but they do surprisingly very well on like miles and just gas miles. So yeah, as you see, I'm just at this point, I'm just cruising, and this is all uphill too. This is all uphill, and I am just cruising this bike. get on it a little bit, and it pulls. This is all uphill. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, let's let off a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. It's so tempting to give it everything it has, but I'm still breaking the motor in. Woo, shit, it's fast. So just want to show you guys something real quick. If you see right here, kilometers on the top, but if you look at the very bottom, that says 70 miles per hour on this bike. What? I could do 70 miles per hour on this bike. That's nuts. For its first ride. Ride, trying to break it in. So just on a little back road, just trying to break the bike in. They say about an hour of breaking in and keeping it like under 35, which right now I'm just doing the speed limit, which is 25. But this bike hauls. I mean, it does some serious power. For a scooter, it's got some serious power. So, I mean, if I would need to get up like this hill, and the best part is just gas and go. I don't have to worry about clutch. It's only a centrifugal clutch. So, like, if I'm going downhill, it'll automatically go in neutral. And, you know, that's how these scooters run. But I'm just currently breaking in. As you can see, I'm doing about 25. And then if I need to get on a little bit, you can see it has no hesitation of pulling. So this bike definitely cruises, that's for sure. In the meantime, you know, I'm keeping it off like main roads and stuff like that. But I'm only breaking it in just for today. So after that, I'm not going to be riding it because I want to make sure I get it street legal and dealing with registration, and I got to get insurance for it. I don't have to go through an inspection since it is a moped scooter. But, you know, all that fun stuff that costs is extra money to get this guy on the road. So, you know, I don't know how much that's going to cost. But it's definitely going to be worth it once I get this guy on the road. That wind's a little chilly. And then they advise you to wear like a face mask, like with this shield works. But yeah, other than that, it just costs us more money to get the bike on the road. But it is the cheapest way of getting a bike on the road because you only have to go through like, I think you just, with a size like this, it being a 150, I have to get my actual driver's license. Now if it was under 50cc, you only need a moped permit. But since it's 150, I have to go get my driver's license and, you know, get insurance and get a license plate, and pretty much that's about it. So yeah, I gotta go through the process of that. But yeah, if you get on it, this guy, yeah, this guy definitely has power. Definitely has power. So yeah, guys, that's just a little ride of the X-Pro Bali or Bailey, Bali. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I'm gonna be turning around here soon and taking it straight back home and parking it until I get it street legal. And as you can see right there's my miles. It's only got 15 miles on it right now. And I can get 100 miles per gallon out of this bike, so I could travel pretty far on this bike. So yeah. Oh, this is 40 up here. Alright, I can get on it a little bit. Yeah, that was about 45. But yeah, this bike. But anyway, guys, I'm jumping off here. This bike does max out at like 80 miles per hour, which is insane. So I can like clock out like 80 on this thing. But I'm getting off here, and I'm gonna take this bike straight back home and park it. Until next time.